Good morning, BTEC. As we continue our adventures into the world of digital graphics, I've uploaded the next task information for you to the website, and I'm just going to explain to you very briefly the activities I want you to get through before Wednesday's double lesson with me this week. Please remember that it is incredibly important that you complete any work I set for you ahead of the lesson. Okay? So, moving on, the website now has task 2 added to it. As you can see from the screenshot I've put up here, there's quite a lot going on that web page now, so you're going to need to read through it very carefully. At the top of the web page there is a reminder of the brief that you are working to, this scenario for this task on the BTEC. You're a graphic designer working for the London-based smart graphics company. You have a new client, and the client is the London Olympic Travel Company. The company is hoping to cash in on the excitement surrounding the 2012 Olympic Games, and they want to promote London as a holiday destination beyond the Games theme itself. You're going to be responsible for producing a number of materials for them for a travel trade fair that they're going to go to. So here's where task 2 comes in. The next section down in the purple is the actual task. So, using images provided to you, there's a link for Flickr there at the bottom, or images that you collect yourself, you are going to create some printed images in 2 different sizes. So 2 images that you're going to have to edit and produce, in 2 different sizes. The images will have to be of London landmarks or attractions, and are intended to show London as an interesting place for visitors. You must use a range of software tools in order to make your image attractive, appealing, and attention-grabbing, as well as save your work in at least 2 different formats which you think are appropriate. You must make sure that you meet the needs of the company's client, and those needs will become available to you over the next few days. You must also show that you've received feedback from a client or another creative on your original images, and that you've made some kind of improvements or corrections where appropriate. Now, that's the blue and the purple text, which are all specifically related with task 2. The next thing you will see are these 2 sections which have black text either side. Now, these are taken straight from the criteria on the exam sheets. Okay, so the actual documentation from the exam board, this is what they want you to investigate. So you need to, through this task, be able to use editing tools to edit and manipulate images. And then it actually gives you examples. Now, ignore these examples at your peril, people, because I'm marking you against whether or not you've demonstrated these. Now, it asks you things like, can you capture an image from, importing an image from a scanner, a digital camera, image creation, either from sort of using a freehand tool or some pre-existing materials. Okay, so pre-existing materials would mean images that already exist of the places. And then it covers tools and techniques, and it actually gives you an explanation of certain tools and techniques you should really try and use in your work in order to cover the marks. Everything from rotations, flips, crops, grouping and ungrouping, resizing, and then special effects. At the very bottom, it actually mentions editing graphics, and what it basically says there is change an existing image. Now, if you have an image and you apply various tools and techniques listed above, then that's what you are doing. Okay. Over on the far right hand side, where it says be able to create and modify graphic images to meet a user's requirements. The user requirements in this case are the client's needs. Okay, and those are partially covered above when we talk about wanting to make London appealing. But there are further information such as house styles and the image size needed, and what sort of production costs are involved and timescales, etc., that you'll be given on a separate sheet that will be loaded on the bottom of the website very soon. I've also uploaded a link to Flickr images, okay, of London that might be useful for you for the activity I'm going to give you today. Okay, so as far as an activity is concerned, something that I want you to have done by Wednesday, this is what you're going to do. For Wednesday's lesson, I want you to find an image of a London landmark, or certainly somewhere famous in London, and I want you to make some attempt at editing the image. Okay? I want you to have a go at some special effects, some Photoshop, whatever, anything you've had some previous experience in doing. I want you to have a go at doing something to that image. Then I want you to save the image and import it into PowerPoint or any other presentation tool that you want to use and prepare a one-slide presentation for Wednesday's lesson. Now, just as I have put arrows on this presentation here, I expect you to do something similar with your image and annotate it a little bit like you did during the OCR Nationals to tell me what you did. What special effects did you use? What tools did you use to manipulate or enhance the image? And what software did you use? Things like that. Now, I expect this to be done, completed, and ready for the start of your lesson with me on Wednesday. So when we get to Wednesday's lesson, I'm going to pick somebody at random, and you're going to put your presentation on. Okay? That's not a huge task. It's not overly daunting for you, so I will expect that by Wednesday's lesson. Okay? Rest of the lesson is time to log on to the website, have a look around the things I've put up there, start preparing your work. Good luck, people. I shall see you all on Wednesday.